Welcome back everyone to another episode of the Left Lane Dismantle series. Today we're going to be looking at this 2002 Porsche again and removing the steering wheel from the car. And we'll go ahead and show you all the steps you need to do to go ahead and take care of that. Alright, now that we're in the car and we're about to start working on the steering wheel and getting it removed, we went ahead and disconnected the negative side of the battery, started with that, and then once in the car, we're going to go ahead and take off two hidden T30 bits that are in there. That'll pop off the airbag. That'll expose a few connectors for things like the clock spring, the steering wheel buttons, and various other things. And then there'll be one main nut holding on the steering wheel. We'll go ahead and remove that, and then we'll be able to pop the steering wheel right off. As mentioned, the first thing we're going to go ahead and do is remove our first hidden T30 bit. You can see I'm kind of using a 1/4-inch driver with the T30 on there. Go ahead and find it. Find you have the most room to get a tool in there, either with the bolt all the way up or on the bottom side with it down towards the footwell, whichever one you feel easier to get to. So without even moving the steering wheel at all, we can have access to the bottom bolt as well. All right. Now that those two T30 screws have been loosened, you have not now taken them out. Just once you've loosened them sufficiently enough, you will see the airbag is loose. I'm going to go ahead and straighten the steering wheel so that way everything's in alignment before removing it. Make sure everything's nice and straight, just for reinstallation purposes. And you can remove the airbag. You'll find one plug. Now that we have the airbag in our hand, we'll go ahead and unplug it. We'll simply pry up from the back and out. Now that the airbag is out of the way, it's going to expose a few different connectors for the various functions of your steering wheel, such as the triptonic or the horn, not the cruise control, but various other things. And then once we have those out of the way, we'll go ahead and take off the singular 24mm nut. If you're going to be putting this back on, it's always a good idea to take photos of what you're working on before you begin to work on it. Now that we have those disconnected, we'll go ahead and use an impact gun to take this nut off. If you do not have an impact gun, you're just at home with standard tool set, you could get this done with a 24mm socket, extension, and a breaker bar. You're just going to want to turn the steering wheel until it locks on the steering wheel lock without the key in the steering wheel. And once you get it locked and the bolt loosened, go ahead and recenter it and then continue removing the steering wheel. Go ahead and just... Now that we have the bolt removed, a practice I like to do is just screw it on a few times. Because some steering wheels come off easy, some are fairly sticky, and the last thing you want to do is be pulling on the steering wheel kind of aggressively without a nut on it, and it will fly off in your hands, smack you right in the face. I always put a nut on the very last few threads, so in case when I'm working it, it flies free, something's going to stop it. Now, Porsches seem like they're pretty friendly. Everything just kind of falls right off as it should. Just like that. Go ahead and work all the wires out. And that's one Porsche steering wheel. So we hope today's video helped you out and you found everything you needed to. We'll have a list of the tools required in the description, along with where you can find our website, eBay page, Instagram, all of our social medias, and any more information you might find useful. Thank you again for tuning in to the Left Lane Dismantle series, and we look forward to seeing you next time.